thank you all for tuning into my Black History Month series, Black by Nature, Philly by Choice. Today, I have Sunaye of Studio 22. Sunaye, go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Sunaye, and I am the owner of Studio 22 in Delaware County and the Philly surrounding areas. I've been a licensed esthetician for 3 years, and I specialize in body waxing and skin health and brow enhancements.
What services do you provide?
The services that I provide are brow enhancements as far as brow tinting, brow laminations. I specialize in Brazilian waxes, but I also do all forms of body waxing. And I also specialize in skin health as far as facials and dermaplaning.
What inspired you to start your business and how has it evolved since inception?
Wow. Okay. I was inspired by my journey, basically from getting a lot of compliments by my own skin. And from that, it inspired me to want to put an effort into helping other people with their skincare journey. So instead of just like jumping into the field without any knowledge, I decided to go to school and grab all the basics and soak up as much information as I could, and apply that to where I could in my journey now. Since I've started, every day is a work in progress.
That's right.
Every day is a work in progress. This is my first official year as an entrepreneur, and thank you
for taking that big leap.
Yes,
okay.
It'll be a year in March.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yes, we're celebrating. But it has been a lot of trial and errors. The journey is not easy, but it's definitely worth it and fulfilling, especially in the field that I'm in, and I get a chance to meet a lot of different individuals along the way. And some of my clients inspire me as well because I gain a lot of other knowledge from them, and we kind of like bounce it off of one another. So I've been enjoying it so far, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not for the weak.
It's not for the weak
at all. What does it mean to be a Black entrepreneur to you?
Okay. What does it mean to be a Black entrepreneur to me? It means a lot to me. I hold that title near and dear to my heart, because of course we have to do things 10 times better and than the average person. So initially, like when I do introduce myself and put myself out there and display my platform and my services, I try to give it 1,001%, because I want your first impression of me to be the best impression. And I also hope that, you know, with that first impression, that will inspire you to come back.
Yeah. That's the goal.
That is the goal, right? So I try my best to show up and be the best version of myself whenever I am in my space. And it's exciting.
Awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome. So what would you say sets you apart from someone else who does the same thing as you?
I think one thing that sets my services apart from others is my customer service. Being as though that I have a long field of being in customer service, that is the main thing that I focus on when I am one-on-one with my clients. And I want you to have the best experience possible when you're with me, and I want you to feel as comfortable as you can, almost as like we're homegirls or best friends, you know, high five to it. But I want you to feel like that the space that you're in is a safe space. And I feel like that is something that sometimes we lack in our community, and it's something that I love to enforce.
Love that. And I can say she has snacks in her studio. That to me already shows you that she's, you know, thinking about the
I'm thinking about you guys, you know, no charge.
Right? So my next question is, what challenges, because we know that this can be like a rocky road, as we kind of said earlier, but what challenges have you faced?
The challenges that I faced so far is, I would say, allowing yourself to change your mind. I feel like I believe that since you start off with something, you don't always have to stay there or like put yourself in a box.
Mm-hmm.
You can allow yourself to grow and expand and to learn new things. Even when it comes to like decor,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have to settle for certain things just because that may be your niche.
Mm-hmm.
Just allowing yourself to change in the process and yeah, for the most part, change in the process.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say there are any real errors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like being an entrepreneur is like being a landlord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing so many hats,
Yeah,
you know.
that's true.
I come in, something might be wrong in the studio. I had to put a shelf up the other day. I'm constantly making sure like that my metrics are up, buying things for the studio. It's a challenge all in itself. But again, like I mentioned earlier, like it's a job worthwhile.
They're pushing through those challenges.
Pushing through those challenges, you know, persevering. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are there any influential people or experiences or moments that you feel have shaped your journey?
I love this question.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I love this question so much. So honestly, the people that have shaped me, will help shape me in this journey, in this path, aren't necessarily people in my field. I do have maybe about one or two people that are like mentors to me. But I do have a large friend group who everyone has their own thing in their own field of being an entrepreneur. Like I have friends who are real estate agents. I have a best friend that does car detailing. I have a best friend that has a cleaning service. So we all kind of piggyback information and advice off of one another, just to uplift each other and to make sure that we all stay grounded and try to, you know, do the best that we can and like however we can help each other out in those circumstances. But it's really a community.
I was just about to say
it's a community, and that's very important. I do have a Lash girl who is great in the Philly area. She helps me through and through with any questions that I have. We also went to beauty school together. Yeah, so it's really just about, I think, not being afraid to ask for help and not being afraid to ask questions, because you should remain a student. You know, you should remain a sponge and always try to grasp as much information as you can.
Yeah. And it also sounds like even within your community, you also have a network.
Yes, so absolutely. Awesome. Yes.
Very good. Very good. So my last and final question is, what advice would you give to an aspiring Black entrepreneur?
What advice? I think always be willing to learn. You should always stay on top of your, what is the word that I'm looking for? Your skill. You should always have somebody that you can sharpen your knife on. I think that you should always try your best to have, or to be inspired, or have classes you're willing to take, books to read, you know, surround yourself with people who are like-minded like you, but also know that the process isn't easy. And I know that, you know, some of the people up and coming are influenced by like the microwave, what is it called?
What, the microwave society?
It's not society, but sure, I think it's more like
a microwave something.
Yeah, it's like a microwave era or mindset where everything is supposed to happen overnight, and that's not realistic.
Or popcorn, something. I feel like I heard of popcorn.
It's something like that, right?
Y'all let us know in the comments below.
Right, like please let us know. But it's not going to happen overnight, and you have to work hard to where you want to get to, and don't be so influenced by what you see on social media, because you don't see a lot of things that happens in the background, and people are only willing to share what looks good,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's ever really willing to share like the dark parts of the journey. You know, the progress is important.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want to let the people know where they can find you, where you're located?
I am located in Drexel Hill off of Garrett Road on 3719 Garrett Road, Drexel Hill, PA. And come visit us at the Suites at Drexel Hill. And we'll be willing and welcome to have you guys. You can find me on Instagram and on as Studio 22 by Sunaye. I do have a February event this month for Valentine's Day. We do have a special happening. Inserts video.
Right? Sure you will. Thank you. So that is it for today's series. So thank you all for tuning in, and be sure to check out my next episode of Black by Nature, Philly by Choice.
Bye.
Bye.